Well, here we are, everybody, starting off with NCT 127. This is a new 1 week club. We are starting it off now. I'm so excited for this, and I am super excited to get to know this group. I was going to do this last year, however, some things kind of came up. So I'm going to talk about that before we start this. So I'm going to say this once and only once, and I'm going to be very open and very explicit. I don't know who the members are. This is the first time that I've really given much attention to anything NCT. I've done like a total of 3 songs between like all of them combined. I am aware of the Tails situation. So let me say this once and only once, and if anybody brings it up in the comments, I'm going to refer them back to this video. I do not condone what he did. I don't like what he's done. I think he should be buried underneath a prison in the middle of the earth. I don't like it. I have no inkling of toleration for anything what he's done or allegedly done. And I just want to say that first and foremost. Nothing with Tail do I want to ever talk about in a positive light. However, there will need to be some leniency, because I don't know the members very well. So if I do say anything positive about him in particular, it's only going to be about his vocal talents, if that is something that I even bring up. And if it is, it's only going to be accidental. Like I said, I want him buried. Okay? So anyway, let's start off with the fire truck. And hopefully this doesn't get blocked. It's really quiet. That is insanity. Wow, holy crap. Their dancing is insanity. Whoa! Fire truck. Fire truck. Sheesh. That was one of the most unique things I've seen. Holy cow. Wow. Seriously? That is insanity. Okay. There's a couple things I want to talk about, mainly actually about the dancing, and of course I'm sure you probably can guess where I'm going first. This That's pretty cool. And actually, interestingly enough, here's a little bit of a step right here. Right here. That is a form of jive. And jive is very tricky. So I don't know if I've ever brought this up before, but jive is probably one of the most tiring types of dances that you can do. And a lot of people will kind of cheat on how they do jive dancing. Jive is always, rule number one of jive is that you have to always lift your leg to basically about the height of your waist. So you have to lift that sucker high. Now, the thing that's interesting though, a lot of people will kind of cheese their lift because they'll bend forward so that it's a shorter length to pull it up. So it gives the illusion that they've gotten up to their waist. But in any case, that's not really super important here because obviously this is not exactly a jive. But it is a form of jive step. Yeah, no, they're up there. I think that's about right, actually. And of course, I have to bring up the next part too. Right here. That's crazy. So let's talk about this for just a second. As an overall performance, definitely a lot more physical than what we've seen. I mean, a lot of the groups that we have on here that have been like 1 week clubs have been more balladier, kind of slower starts in a lot of ways. This, in a lot of senses, and to me personally, this was probably one of the closest that I've seen in terms of ability to dance physically like this, way over the top in physicality style, just straight raw to the bone. This is pretty much right there with, it reminds me a lot of BTS, is what I'm going to say, in terms of the energy and the physicality behind the dancing itself. Now, I have seen some pretty crazy stuff when it comes to like dancing and stuff like that from K-pop for sure. So let's talk about this performance though. I always bring this up if you're new to the channel. The gold standard for boy groups has always been SHINee. The gold standard for girl groups has always been 21's debut. That's their debut. And usually when it comes to like the top that I think, you know, I think of SHINee. I think of BTS. You know, there's a few other kind of groups that I think actually have some pretty crazy debuts. 17 was really, really good. TXT, also pretty good. BAP, that was another good one. So where does this rank? I will say, I think that this debut, for me personally, in my own taste, I think is actually better than NCTU. I think the song is just a little bit more, obviously, eye-catching. It's not quite as weird. I do think that the skill, though, that's what we're talking about. Here, when it comes to skill, it's quite a bit. I like it. I like where their skill is at here. And this is what I was actually talking about. If you don't know, I'll leave a link for it. We did NCTU, the 7th Sense. It got blocked, so I uploaded it to the Patreon. My Patreon is free. I'm not going to charge you unless it's something that I'm doing to fund something else, not for the channel. Anyway, so where does this rank? This could very easily be a top 5. This could scratch to top 3. That's really good. Now, I'm also going to tell you right here, right now, the plan is to do as much NCT this year as possible. So that means Dream, Wish, Wavy, You, whatever subunits that we can get into that can last a week. We're going to try and tackle as many of them this year as possible. But I kind of also want to get some other groups in there. In fact, I have a couple surprises. So, anyway, I'm going to be curious to see how the other groups compare to NCT. So, for me, I'm going to say this right here, right now. I've been saying that a lot. I apologize. Terrible grammar. This is the gold standard for NCT in terms of debut. That's what I'll say. That's what I'll say. So, we got some work to do. Anyway, let me know what y'all think about this, and we'll discuss this down in the comments below. Victus. Bye.